Well, guys, so what is it like, the endgame in Lost Ark? So usually at the reset day, when reset happens on Wednesdays nowadays, first thing probably a lot of people do is they do challenge garden. Now this is one time only, so you complete these three guardian monsters that you encounter throughout the game. It's just like any other guardian. Now you complete it once per week, and they give pretty good rewards. It's probably the highest reward you can get from the weeklies or dailies, if you don't count the Legion raids, which we will talk about later. So this challenge guardians is supposed to be scaled down, but they are not really. Like if you are high level, it's still, and well geared, it's still way easier to do than if you were a new player. So it's not really a challenge, but yeah, it just usually takes like 2 or 3 minutes with a good group, so it's not a struggle. However, there are a few exceptions like Velganos, and I think there is another monster that people struggle with a little bit, so you need to know the mechanics and stuff, but it's just like 1 or 2 monsters. Usually it's just a base roll, it's not a challenge at all. But as I said before, rewards are really good. Another thing that is a weekly thing is challenge Abyssal dungeons. Now these are these Abyssal dungeons that if you play through the game through tier 1, tier 2, these are the dungeons that you will encounter. They are supposed to be scaled, so make it a challenge, but it's not really a challenge. I don't think scaling works really well. At least it doesn't scale you down to like it was before. So it's kind of easy clear. Usually you can just one tap the boss if you're high level as well. So, but people do it for card packs, because you can get these legendary selection card packs, or just golden card packs, and you can get it in personal loot, and you can get it as a bid at the end of the dungeon. So this is also kind of the high priority one. And then now you have your weekly Legion raids. So right now there is Valtan normal and Valtan hard. Now they're not hard anymore at this point. Like most people know the mechanics by now, and you can easily clear both hard modes in the pack. There is a little bit of a difference for loot. It's not that huge of a difference, but still quite a significant difference if you do normal or hard. So if you can get your characters up, then hard will give you better rewards for sure. But as well, you need to consider your investment cost in like leveling your characters, and is it worth it? So depends on your priorities, but this is what you do weekly. You clear Valtan on every single character, normal or hard. It's easy to bug. Usually you can easily find the group, and it gives pretty decent rewards. And sometimes as well you can hit something good, like good engraving book, or you can hit an accessory that's worth like thousands and thousands. So it's also, you never know what you're gonna get. And you also need, of course, for the best in slot gear, you need to do Valtan as well. And then you have Vikas, which is higher tier Legion raid than Valtan. It has some interesting mechanics, and you need a group that knows the mechanics. So you cannot clear it like just like I guess you cannot really get carried. I guess you can, but it's a harder raid for sure. So you need people to know the mechanics in order for you to clear it. So, however, people in the packs actually in this game, they're pretty good. I've played some games, and I can say that the experience in the pack playing with randoms is much better than in any other game I played. And this raid is quite interesting, so it's not boring to do it, and you get really good rewards, and of course you get stuff to craft your best in slot gear. This is another activity that is probably the most fun one that you do weekly on all of the characters. There is also Argos. It's another weekly Abyssal raid, and once you progress enough in the game, it is very easy to do. So a lot of people, they are doing bosses. That means carries. So lower levels pay for it, and you do it like as a two. You can do it as 2 people. You can do it as 4 people, as many as you like. And so you get the gold at the end of a dungeon, and you get some on top of that as well. And this bossing or carrying culture is quite prevalent in Lost Ark. So a lot of people have tried to gear their characters, a lot of characters, and just sell bosses and make a lot of gold that way. Also Vault and Inferno mode, which is the hardest content in the game right now. It doesn't give you any material rewards, but you get a title, and this raid is equalized, so everybody just chooses stats and engravings from the book, so there is no gear advantage or anything like that. Now onto the dailies. This is a Guardian trial, so this is something you do every day. It gives quite good rewards, and also you can skip it, so you get the res bonus. Of course, you don't get the 100% of the rewards if you skip it, but still you get some res bonus, and you can recoup some of the value even if you skip and don't do it every day, so which is quite nice. And it takes about 3 to 5 minutes usually, and you can also do it solo or in a group. And now we have a chaos dungeon, which is probably your most important daily. It gives so much different stuff. It also gives like bonus tickets like cube and halls, which have very good value. This is an AoE dungeon, so you want to have AoE built for it. It is a little bit boring. It's quite monotonic. It's kind of the same thing over and over again, but of course you do it for the rewards, and they're quite good. And as I said before, it's probably the most important daily because it gives so much different stuff to you that is valuable. Another part of your daily routine are bonus dailies. Basically, you accept the free quests, and then you teleport with Bifrost to those locations and complete the quest, and you get the resources. So it's just a daily thing that you do. It takes like maybe 5 minutes for all of them, and that pretty much covers all of the dailies and weeklies that you do in Lost Ark. Of course, there is more like Adventure Islands, Chaos Gates, and world bosses as well that you can do. And you do all of these things, or a lot of things like Legion raids and stuff, on as many characters as you have, and the game kind of wants you to play more than one character. However, in our West version, we get a lot of free stuff like from events, daily login, welcome challenges, and they keep adding something always that actually it is possible to sustain by just playing one character. So if you're worried about that, it's not a worry at all. But if you want to experience the same content, if you enjoy the content and you are locked out, then you are out of luck and you need another character in order, for example, to do a Legion raid again. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys.